Remember, excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. This product is not suitable for persons under 18, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. That's music of Bisake there featuring Jackie Sika.
You go see that I love you.
Filika cry.
Baby, that's why I'm working so hard. I didn't not get to woman. Don't mind nobody. Near come one jealousy. Very soon you go messy, messy. I got you what you want. Put you in the front, no go do you messy, messy. Miss what you can messy, let me baby.
Bisakeda is not a high life artist. He does polished hip life. Roy X Taylor, son of legendary Ghanaian musician Ebo Taylor, has asserted that none of the younger generation of musicians do better high life music than him. According to him, even Bisakeda, who claims he's the king of high life, does not do high life music. He rather intimated that what Bisakeda does is polished hip life. Let's listen to what he said. Roy X Taylor.
What best steady Ghana music? Do you think, sir, the kind of music you can fit in with the likes of when it comes to high life, Kwame Eugene, Bisakedes, and Kiddies and all that? When it comes to the Afro pop falling, so Stoneboy, Nemoshisheho, Samili, Shatawale, and all that, which we are fitting into it.
Mama carried there. Ghana musicians in Yawayazi. Up to now, we are on a level. But in the high life space is still vacant. Because of vacant, high life genre now, or a basic genre of Ghana music in Agaza. Me, I'm coming to penetrate it and take it to Afro higher life. Because me follow high life over 16 years. Dealing with Ambule, Pat Thomas, Juelaka, my father, and also from the experience from tours outside Ghana. I don't think nobody can beat me with high life. Should we go to studio? If you studio you put in I will release a high life song on the same chords. Let me also release my high life song on the same chords. You will see the difference. I'm not just, I'm young, but I don't belong to this generation at all. My music abilities is like the people from the 70s blend with this current generation.
Recently, Bisakede can say Ghana High Life or Cebu Ghana High Life.
103.9.
Oh,
boss.
In terms of what?
Because me who Bisakede any high life song me who high life song I today hip life view I polish it with some running beat. You understand me?
Oh.
Yeah.
Mansa, dog carpenter, any high life.
No, high life emerged from jazz. You understand? That's it emerged, and it doesn't emerge from that slow tempo to that high tempo in that minute. Like when they imagine tempo now be say that's not really high life. It's too much of a tempo. It's like francophone. You understand me? When we talk about high life, it goes like cut with groove. High life has some flair of jazz. So the moment you don't exhibit those elements in your music,
doesn't mix it.
Though you have the tempo of high life, but it is not.
Even to me, cases would be as Roy X Taylor say Bisakede high life no open no Cebu high life music.
I mean to me, but maybe Ghana food in our own this or no say high life yeah.
But to you,
to me in the end, so no, it's never possible. Because no high life element we produce to be given that
high life element we Bisakede they produce.
High life. First, your intros. You have to give chance for the hornsmen and to lay some intros. That's basic elements of one basic element of high life.
Hitz FM.
Right extra Pacino, yeah.
So that's his music. Listen to his music. Yo. Tobo. Hey. Tobo. The way you are too, Mr. Logic, why are you too fired up?
You are signaling the people. I'm not fired up. I am burning. I'm burning. I'm burning to this insult. Seriously, can I take the first shot?
Take the first shot. No. Chalo, try. The way you are too fired up.
You know, means I have something that if I do that, it just the prep up then. No, hit up. No, me.
So you know what? You know that is where they make it the ball. Mr. Logic can be cool, but once he hears one of the panel say, "Wow," she was, "Oh, the person watching." Shoot.
Well, Andy. Okay. So when I heard the headline, I was, and I heard there was a sound bite to it. I was hoping to have a more elaborative and technical thing explaining or backing his claim. He ended up even saying he is going to do Afro higher life. So where from the whole polished and unpolished high life issue? It's a non-starter. Number two, he said he was going to show some element that makes us identify that this song is high life. Now, elements in our canon, I don't know whether it's on one's own sentiments, whether it's his own thoughts or things that he has seen or he has listened to that makes him feel, okay, having horns play before the lyric starts makes it high life. I mean, there are a lot of genres that could have horns play before the lyric starts. Reggae can even have it. Any other genre can have it. So he didn't really give us anything technically.
Oh, he gave technical stuff. Have you forgotten?
Oh, Andy, the things that he said.
He was telling you about horns and what.
Okay, then I think he was talking about his father's music. Maybe he was just opposing it to his father's music, thinking his father's music. But his father's music, is that the only yardstick we use to measure a genre to say it is high life? No. Me, I was rather thinking he was going to say, oh, some Yampon Sabi or something be. But where the direction he's coming from, to me, I think, first of all, the question, whoever asked him that question, I have an issue with it. Whoever interviewed him and asked him the question, the way he constructed the question and whatever, Andy, I would have tackled the guy, but I think Omo Mubusa questions. So now it's about time we also ask them. At times they should ask questions that are more constructive. And stop all these kind of questions that when you think about it, if the person is not smart, you will give a certain answer that will always put them in trouble. You should ask sensible questions. You should ask questions that are constructive, that the person can actually express himself well on. This question that he asked, you, the person that was asking the question, at a point you were confusing the person. And then the person also in answering the question also ends up confusing everybody. What is polished high life? There's nothing like polished high life. It's either it is high life. High life, there are different branches to high life. There's Ichi high life. There's palm wine. The other one that we listen to, there's burger high life. We have contemporary high life. It has different branches. And so which one, when did that polished high life thing come? And now he's trying to even compare it to tempos. So Odo Carpenter is not high life. If Odo Carpenter is not high life, and then we're able to say my level is high life, then that is serious. Because there's tempos, so it should all be slow and be like China Nkomobi. I don't really get the whole thing. I don't really get the whole. Are there anything in the night? I'm not getting it. The head and the tail of the whole conversation. When I heard the whole thing, I was really having high hopes. So I'm really disappointed because the argument is baseless. It's baseless. I mean, his dad is a great person. He shouldn't do things that will bring the dad's name into disrepute.
Right.
He's a great person.
Andy.
So
right.
So let's continue the program. Thank you for agreeing not to speak on this issue. Thank you, Mr. Logic.
Come here.
The way just like I've arrived.
You know, when I saw this topic, the days I didn't come, I was praying you don't discuss this issue. I bet you. I was monitoring.
I always say
I'm an allied. See, this guy, this Roy guy. When I saw this topic, I went to read about his father. Hey, boy, wait, Jimmy, serious. This boy, he fool.
Oh no.
I'm coming. No, I'm coming. For Ebo Taylor, legendary Ebo Taylor, pioneer, founding member of High Life, son, to speak like this and finish and give us a product like what you just played. Hey, this boy he's not learning from his father. I'm coming.
That one I understand.
The initials he needed it. He needed that initials I gave him.
Hold on.
No, Andy. Sorry for the morning attack. But he needed it.
But please, let's not listen. The Bokobo.
I'm going to go into the issue.
No, his song is nice.
Oh, I'm coming.
Oh, don't say
based on his argument.
No, but the song
that wasn't what I was expecting.
No, but the song is nice.
It's nice, a nice song. But based on the argument,
I never knew the song belongs to him. You know, there's this big brother in my area.
Yes.
He's been building houses all around,
yeah.
and he lives very close to me. So he has invited me to come. So we sit with Ebo Taylor's son, and that the gentleman says he needs my help. Little did I know that he is the Roy Taylor guy.
He needs your help
because Bradash, you know, we have been playing the song.
Yeah,
I never knew it was him.
Yeah.
But it's a nice song anyway.
Mandy, the song there, I'll give him that credit. But the argument that he has pulled and the song, they contradict. That's what I want you to understand, so that I can move on to my submission. See, a son of Ebo Taylor. Well, I'm not disappointed because Abedi Pele is one of the few footballers who has been able to prove that football is in the DNA.
Right.
So I can say that not all talented folks can breed talented kids, offsprings. So I'm not disappointed at all. See, this boy knows nothing about Bisa. I'm happy that anytime anybody wants to insult a high life legend, Bisa is the figure they use. That alone tells me that Bisa has built a monument for himself in the minds of the people. Even though we don't have it physically, it's in the mind. Once he didn't mention the interviewer said Bisa. He used that name alone he mentioned. I was happy. It's like how Shatta entered and became a monument for dancehall. Then Stone entered. So now when you say dancehall, Shatta, Stone, now Ijumanesi, now a bonus. With no disrespect intended. Mobile Awards is here. Shatta and Stone has brought their glory to Ghana. But I see, Andy, high life music, this boy need to go and study his father. Because the examples he gave about horns and how you need the tempos and all these things. See, these are all technical parts of the music that any person can know. How would you say Bisa does polish high life? What is polish? Andy, polish is something that has been revived. You understand? So if Bisa says that he saved high life, of course, I would say yes, he did. Because he revived it. Not because it was there though. There wasn't the light and the weight high life carried after the fathers, the A.B. Crensels, the forefathers. I'll call them forefathers because of their age gap. The shine that high life carried at that time. From when Dasibra Jamina, Mike James feed them, Kojenki Daddy Lumba. You see the generation. When the generation switched and then Afro beats and dancehall and stuff got into the system, it was Bisa who took the high life from where it was and brought it, shot it up for Kwame Eugene and Kiddies and the rest to also do what? Have the faith in that genre. Else, like by now, as we sit today, the Mobile Awards, is any high life artist inside? Is any high life? See, so if you are speaking and then you any high life artist who rubbish the name of Bisa Kede, that person, I will just give him some word this morning where I'm not sure he'll be happy.
Why you be Bisa?
I don't be Bisa.
You be manager.
No, I'm not a manager.
You be PRO.
Andy, I'm not.
What I thought you do for Bisa Kede?
No, I am an allied.
Wait, what is
allied? As an allied alliance. There's an alliance. Andy, I'm your allied. Anywhere I go, where anybody try to come against you as Andy, I'll put my life on the line.
Hey.
Yes, I will. I will.
Premier.
Didi Matem. No, me where? Didi Matem. I'm funny, sir. Andy, me, I went somewhere and somebody was saying that, oh, Andy, don't see. I say, hey, Massa. Hold it there. You cannot talk about it. Don't see what I'm here. So the thing is, we have an alliance that we work with. There is a caucus. You understand? Doesn't mean that we are biased to people. But for this boy to speak in this manner about Bisa. Charlie, this boy, we need to blacklist him. If not for the father, he has come to see Andy. No, I'm coming.
He's a young man.
We need to understand, Premier. We need to understand that pace setting. You heard me saying that Sack has sat on plenty rappers. Yeah. Yet he set the pace. When before Bradford, Batanai, Sack has entered. Me who Sack picture be now share picture now. Ushe send the compa. Me picture better. Andy, ushe Sack concern now or chini concern be bio then. But not near them no studio.
Okay.
Then you understand why Sack is so furious when he's rapping. Where he's coming from. The hunger to break. For a breakthrough, you heard Tulenke say that it's a light in a ton of swag. Rappers, no. So there's a hunger, there's a desire. You understand? And then Bisake there from nowhere. Look at that time. That the Lumba, Kojenchi. See, the people who were there at that time, Utimin blow. You come now, Charlie. KK Fosu. There were huge high life artists at that moment. Then from nowhere, this guy emerged. Took it to a different level. Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa. Look, Bisa is a legend, a young legend. That's how come when Hollywood was looking for a Ghanaian infusion into their mainstream, who did they call? I beg, who did they call? They did not call.
Mr. Kede mentioned that the director of the movie, the wife of the director of the movie,
was a friend.
Likes
but there was a research.
His music.
There was a research. You can be a friend of anybody. Okay, for instance, when Beyonce wanted to do a song with Shatta, are you saying that if there was a link between Shatta's management and Beyonce, then even if the guy don't carry anyway, they say, oh, because he's your friend, they don't work. These guys don't work like that. They work based on facts. Beyonce decided to do song with Shatta because the guy has a following, he has the masses, he has substance. That's how come he decided on him. You understand? You can equally say that. So in all, no, what I'm saying is that this guy, this Roy X Taylor boy, if he doesn't apologize to Bisake, me, anywhere I go there, his issues come up. I will be at his neck. Baby, I will not forgive him. See, Andy, this sort of insolence, no, this sort of impudence, we don't have to encourage. Young people speaking against great guys.
That of course says, but the man is doing Afrobeat and is condemning Bisa. Ghana, is dead on arrival. The moment he linked it to tempos, it became lame.
It became lame. It became lame. So for Andy, let me say that anywhere Bisake there is, Bisa maybe I'll Biano, Shenkwan. These are people who want to be in your shani. Shenkwan. They want to be like you. What are you talking about? Your Poppy self, Ebo Taylor self is part of Bisake Day. Ebo Taylor. Today, they are all part of Bisake Day. Pat Thomas, Ambule, all of them. None of these legends will speak without mentioning Bisake Day's name.
All right. So, okay. Let's speak with Roy X Taylor. Let's speak with Roy Stiller. You apologize, man. Roy, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir. I salute.
Right. Okay, Roy. So, I just listened to an interview you did with some. Who did you do the interview with? Hello.
Yes, please.
Which? Okay, I don't want to know the radio station. Who did the interview with you about Bisake Da's polished hip life songs?
I'm sorry to say I don't really remember his name now.
Oh, but it was recently, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, you claim Bisake Da does polished hip life songs.
Yes.
Why?
You know, High Life emerged in the early 60s, okay? Then we were following our roots, our tradition, but then there wasn't High Life. But when it emerged and was fused with jazz and other world instruments, then it gained the name High Life because even the Ghanaian low or underrated people couldn't have the money to even afford to listen to that kind of music. So our local and local music was then exaggerated to high life. Okay?
Roy.
Yes, please.
What I'm asking is, why do you put Bisake Da in that box? It's not about the history of high life music. What I'm asking is, why do you mention Bisa, that he does polished?
I didn't mention Bisa. He asked me whether Bisake Da is claiming to be the high life legend or he has saved high life.
That's not what I asked you.
So.
I haven't asked you that. What I'm asking is, why do you put Bisakede? Or why do you say Bisakede does hip life, polished hip life? That's what I asked. It's not about he calling himself a high life legend, please.
Because I've never seen or heard any high life songs from Bisakede. That is me. I've never heard any high life song from Bisakede. All I've heard is hip life, trying to merge with high life rhythm, and those high life rhythm are that's ones who weren't successful because there were then guitar bands and a live dance band. The dance band made it to the high life level.
Hold on, Roy. You do high life music, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I never knew that you were Ebotele's son until today, because we've been playing your song with Screwface here. So you recorded, you produced this Boko Boko song.
Yes, please.
Nice song. For me, it's a nice song.
Thank you, sir.
So which genre is Boko Boko?
Boko Boko is an Afro fusion of high life.
Afro fusion of high life?
Yes, please.
Okay, so apart from you, who else does Afro fusion of high life?
Afro fusion of high life, everybody is doing it. Like Afro fusion, we have give me names. On its
give me names of musicians who are doing Afro fusion of high life.
I've heard Manifest doing Afro fusion.
You've mentioned only one.
Manifest.
You're saying everyone is doing it.
He said I should give you names, and I'm giving you names of people.
Right.
Thank you.
So you've mentioned Manifest. Who else?
And I've also Kelvin Boy is doing Afro high life fusions.
So it means you are not doing high life music, but you are doing Afro fusion.
The Boko song is my first entry. I wanted to do something that falls within the range of the generation now. So I went to the interview with my next release, and this question came up. So I would be grateful if you can also play that version of my second. When you are coming out, you have to give chance for the mass audience to also enjoy your ability fused with their knowledge. You understand? So Boko is just an intro of me coming to perform the high life wonders. That's what I mean.
All right. So you are saying the generational, because of generation, that's why you recorded, or that's why you produced Boko Boko as an Afro fusion
and
high life music,
and not feature any present artists on it. I tried to use people that were fortunate with the early hip life kind of stuff.
So
that's
your father
yes.
is still recording. He's still producing songs.
Yes.
Why is he not looking at our generation? Because we are the ones buying the songs. We are the ones streaming the songs. Now, if you're talking about most streamed artists from Ghana, your father has always been rated number one. If not one, he's in the top 3. Irrespective of his age. Do you understand?
Last time we check his Spotify status, people that subscribe and stream to my father's project are people within the ages of 42 to 70. Yes. So the aged, they are.
Which means I fall within that category.
Yes, you do.
So
exactly,
so hold on. So if your father knows that people like me are streaming his songs, why is he not doing songs that are generational? He is still selling with his music. So why hold on,
yeah?
Please. Why didn't you consider that? Okay, he's doing authentic high life music. He's doing good music. But you are rather considering the generation. So who do you expect to stream your songs, and yet you come back to condemn someone who is also doing songs to please a certain generation?
This is my generation, right? We are in this life together at this time. Okay? My father is still leading his legacy. And I'm also here to lead my own. But I'm not tearing away from my father's tradition.
Right. So is Bisakede, hold on. Is Bisakede not living his generation? Again, did you question him?
I'm saying he did not save the face of high life music. People that save the face of high life music is at the gospel musicians. They are trying to fuse high life elements in their songs. keeping high life tempos, but because the lyrics is gospel, we don't pay attention to their high life arrangements. Bisake, they have some hip kind of kicks, and the fusion of high life is from the guitar, and I try to exaggerate that, though he's doing some fusion of high life. Now I'll call it polished hip life, but I forgot Mr. is trying to say I'm saying polished high life in his conversation. I never said polished high life. I said he does polished hip life.
I see. Mr. Logic wants to ask you a question. Please,
Roy.
Yes.
I would like to
Mr.
speak
Logic.
the language that you are most comfortable with. Fanti, say Fantini.
Yes, me a Fantini pa.
By what instrument now it to identify that Afrobeat fusion you are saying? By what instrument do you identify that Afro fusion genre? By what instrument? Look at the beat now or that's no is what is the Afro fusion? Because I can also tell you that beat I can also call it hip life. So on your hip life, by what instrument do you identify your Afro fusion high life? I want to know that you call Afro fusion high life.
It is the sax version of the song. The sax is flowing some jazzy chord. That makes it.
Do you know something? That is where you are wrong. If it's by the sax that you call it Afrofusion, then you are wrong. Because sax has been in high life from the time of E.T. Mensah. Then I can also tell you that, Andy.
Shouting and showing work. At least I expect these things from you. I will really expect you. And this is
no, wait. Roy, Eteya. When E.T. Mensah used to do high life, there was sax in there.
Want to really know what it's really about.
Listen to me. You have disgraced your father. I'm telling you. Your father still does high life, and you are here telling me about Afrofusion high life. You can't even identify what makes your song Afrofusion. You have to go and understand your father. As I speak, you have disgraced your father.
But allow the gentleman to answer.
He should let me before coming on this platform.
Allow the gentleman to answer, please. Roy, please answer.
Boss, please. This is the chance for all Ghanaians to give me the chance to at least exhibit what I came here to do, okay? It is not by you blocking me or not blocking me. I have come to make high life what it is. He said I said something about making high life higher life.
Okay, so by Roy, if you say you've come to make high life what it is, and you present an Afrofusion song, it's like I tell you that, this is a chop bar, and you come and I'm selling fried rice. Is it not the same case? Because if I want fried rice, I will not come to a chop bar. So if you say you want to exhibit high life and you are presenting high life, then you bring me Afrofusion. How do I put you in that category?
Let me tell you something, boss. Even high life, it was a fusion. We were there doing Osibisa, Adua, Abuja. We never knew high life. So even the high life guardians are even claiming that their origin, it was emerging. You understand? You shouldn't confuse yourself. Even high life emerged from something, from our local groups and dance.
Right, it looks like you are not answering the question I asked you. Mr. Logic also asked you, and the instrument that can be identified in your music to be called or to be categorized as
horn session. If I say horn session, I mean combination of trumpet, trombone, and any other horn instrument. Horn session, it should be present. Okay, there should be strings. Then the strings, it shouldn't always be that of our local, because we have been made to high life. And once we have been made to high life, we have to stick with the jazzy. Yaponsa have faced so many musicians. Do you understand me? I'm telling you, because we are in a generation where everything is emerging. Everything is every day growing. Do you understand? So you can't stick to your Yaponsa and think it will make you successful with high life, even though it is local. And even the Yaponsa picking, it was emerged from the Cuban style. It is not even Ghanaian. That too picking up, making the Yaponsa rhythm. It is not Ghanaian.
Roy.
Yes, please.
The answers you are giving do not connote to the questions I'm asking. I ask you a question and you start giving me a historical background of our music. That's not the question I'm
saying
asking.
All this because the whole conversation people are trying to bring up is I don't even know high life. And I want to let you know that high life is not what people think it is. It is not by fusion of guitar on a hip beat and you think you are doing high life. Do you understand, boss? So that's why I'm saying Bisa Kede is not doing high life. He saved hip life or something, but not high life.
All right, Roy. Well, thank you very much. I'm so grateful. But hey, your song is nice, no doubt about it. I like it. I mean, each time we play it here, I say it that it's a nice song.
But I'm wondering, have you come across my new release, perhaps?
Please, which of them?
The Awumlege remix.
Please, have you sent it to me or asked me to check it out?
Then I will take this opportunity to send it to you so that you can review my second coming and you really know where I'm coming from.
All right. So, all right. Thank you very much. I'm grateful for your time, Roy. Okay, so that was Roy X. She comments says, "Good morning, Andy. Charlie, the guy is confused. What he said is a non-starter cry. I don't get the head and tail of whatever he's saying." Roxin Kumi says, "Mr. Dusty, please tell Mr. Logic to take it easy with Roy. Hitz FM is loud inside Obofo Boutique at Ashaman Market." Omar Bill Sparta says, "Andy, who cries on the phone confusing himself this morning like that?" Okay. That's a more deal. Need the live wire says, "Andy, this Rex Taylor guy is arrogant, period." Tune Talk Media said, "This guy thinks his father is a legend and so he knows higher life than those he came to meet in the industry, that the suspect is too much in the system. It's evident that he doesn't even know what he's talking about." Eagle Eye 7 says, "Andy, allow Mr. Logic to say the guy fool. He obviously wants to be in the news for making such a nonsensical statement about Bisa Kede. His songs cry no be nice. He make a boss F. Ne Jombi. Charlie by you. Okay. DJ Shaker 247 says, "This guy was actually just looking for hype. And look where it has landed him. Regrets in his voice, but he still wants to stand by his words." Okay. Nana Kweko says, "Brandy, I think this guy should be deleted from his dad's children." Ghana Charlie, oh, Charlie. Nana Kweko said, "This guy, pa. He triggered Mr. Logic this morning, pal. Brandy, please allow Mr. Logic to jab him smaller. Because the respect we have for his dad and see the way he's misbehaving, it should shift to make we pass." Okay. Omar Bill says, "Andy, you see why I always agree with Mr. Logic? When it's red, it must be red. More fire Logic. God bless you for that part." Yes, I know. Mama,
Andy. Say platform where a big platform. This is headquarters. The tenant our Ghana in our headquarters in. It say we are saying Miss Abahana say in Penifue we sit for this thing to slide. And I say we don't even know what we are doing. And you know, you say you are the media man of the year.
Yes.
So this is a very huge platform.
Okay.
To be ma obi akwana on be ridicule. As a matter of fact, all the arguments he was making, they were all abstract. Ne papa Ebotila Nankasano, he's a legend. So as a child, trying to you don't need to do too much to prove yourself. Just get your dad's endorsement. You understand? Just be wise. Get your dad's. Maybe do a song or remix one of his songs. Because high life music, the sax and all the horns he's saying, they have been with high life even before Ebotela came. Who could hear it? It all sax and horns. Before even his father came through. His father was amongst those who brought the sax feeling into high life. Because Ebotela lived most of his life in UK. So that's how he developed that sax vibe. So sax, that jazz vibe, it was not. It hasn't been like dominant in her life from the beginning. It wasn't part of it. Whoa! It grew from Ebotela them side. That's jazzy part of her life. No, but her life has been horns, guitar, and African instrument from the beginning. Into Nagasano, he doesn't know what he's doing. That's why I'm saying that he should go and study his father. Daddy, I want to go out there and speak. What should I say? As a Ebotela son, I use Abedipele. You have to know Ebotela's wisdom. See, Abedipele's children, when they were coming up, they suffered a lot of stigma because people felt that your father is Abedipele doesn't mean that you can play. But they proved themselves with time. So today, if you say the day are you are talking, you won't use the father as a yardstick, but you use the day as with his own measure before you even get to the father.
Original Slice says, "Andy, saying besides not doing our life is a very big ignorant statement. If I'm to judge based on the song you played, well, it's nice, but besides far ahead of him. One high life, everyone and this definition. It's been explained countless times on Daybreak that I'm even tired in po." Zakaria Adams Abdullah said that the question was also somewhere. I always say Andy Dusty is the best interviewer in Ghana in this generation. Take it or leave it. In the way the guy they ask questions, all of a sudden shatter and storm boy
And the communication is difficult. It's not a small task to be able to communicate.
What's on your mind?
Live News says, what does someone's opinion got to do with insults? Everyone is entitled to his or her opinion. Will it be cool if listeners also sending messages with insults directed to you because of your opinion? Grow up, man. Sitting on radio doesn't mean you know it all. You know the way messages they come at town.
I've never said I know it all, but Andy, I wish you could give this person a chance to come and sit down here, and then we ask him to dissect songs and let's see how he will speak. Some of you guys, you sit at home and you think we just come here and talk.
Right.
This is why I like the late Chairman Rollins. Whoa, yes, so get Jumano. Aquanchire wom. Your friend.
Great Commando says, good morning, Brandy and your pundits. We are tired of these high life people. Today our life is this, tomorrow our life is that. Let's think. You should go and sleep. Kuli Machata says, and I swear if Mr. Logic did say something here, like heavens will rain down only at SFM Studios. Aziz Nana Genesis says, what at all does some Ghanaians want from Bisake Day? Today, this, tomorrow, that. Please leave Bisa to rest. I'm not surprised because you see, I do many soon. Edom. Dark Prince 99 says, Andy, the guy has totally disrespected Bisa. I'm just waiting for Mr. Logic's statement. The man who cried, don't worry. DJ Sheka says, Andy, but this guy, total insult to Bisa just to catch attention. Nana Kwaku says, when someone is seeking for attention, they try to attack those at the top to blow, and the song cry is not high life. Pandero says, Andy, did he hear a song? This guy, Oji Wangana says, Andy, the guy himself is a confused human. He claims he's king of high life, but his song you just played is Afrobeat. 1, 2, 3, let go, fire. Charlie. F. Boajo says, Andy, your listeners are mean. Sege Omega says, Mr. Logic, put on clothes and fire, and more fire. Sebi Agbadi says, Mr. Logic, you are really making my day. Tell him the truth. Clicky Copland says, Andy, call on Buffalo to explain things. Otuboy says, Brandy is on Hitz FM with Mr. Logic. Do you understand? Yeah, man. Pandera says, Mr. Logic, you demand the young ones respect the elderly, but you give them too little of respect. Please, some of your words are harsh. Come on. Ojiwangana says, Mr. Magokre Kumati must come into the conversation. Need the live wire says, Andy, say a huge thanks to Mr. Logic for me. I'm happy he has fired Rex Taylor Small this morning. This is why he's bringing senseless controversy this morning. He said his grace to his father on Samson to bro. Oh, Moaji. Roxy Kumi says, Mr. Dazzy, please tell Mr. Logic to take it easy with Roy. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Right. Yapon.
This is Hitz.